Stop wasting your one life. Hello there. Be honest with me for a moment. How is your life right now? Are you truly satisfied with it? Have you reached your goals, your dreams, the version of yourself you once promised you would become? Or are you still searching, still hoping, still waiting for that spark of motivation to finally change your life? If you're not happy with where you are, if you feel stuck, lost, tired, or unsure, then stop. Stop everything. Just for 1 second. Put your phone down. Take a deep breath. And look directly into the truth you've been avoiding. Because you only get one life. One. No second version. No test run. No restart button. Just one chance to live it right. So pause. Really pause. And ask yourself, why haven't you become who you want to be? Why do your dreams keep growing while your actions stay the same? Why do you say you want to change, yet you wake up every day living exactly like yesterday? You think you have time. You think one day you'll start. You think the perfect moment will magically appear. But let me tell you something real. Life doesn't wait for you. Time doesn't slow down because you're tired, confused, scared, or unmotivated. The best years of your life are silently disappearing while you're stuck in the same loop, scrolling, overthinking, comparing, delaying, hoping, and then hating yourself for not moving forward. So stop. Truly stop. Push everything aside and look deep into your heart right now. Are you living or just existing? Are you moving toward your dreams or standing still waiting for a miracle? Who do you want to be? And what are you actually doing today to become that person? I'm not here to comfort you. I'm here to wake you up. To say the truth nobody dares to say, you're wasting your one and only life. And if you continue living the way you're living right now, nothing will change. Your future will look exactly like your present, except you'll be older, more exhausted, and filled with regret. But if you stay with me, right here, right now, just for a few more minutes, I'll show you why you're stuck, why you're hurting, why you haven't changed yet, and most importantly, how to break out before it's too late. Time is passing, whether you realize it or not. Your youth will never come back, no matter how much you wish, regret, or hope for a second chance. The years you thought you had your whole life to figure out are slipping away piece by piece. Your parents are growing older every single day, even if you are too busy, too tired, or too distracted to notice. They will not always be there, waiting for you to succeed, waiting for you to grow, waiting for you to finally follow your dreams. Time takes their strength, and you are letting time take your future. And what about your dreams? They are still sitting exactly where you abandoned them years ago. Not because they are too far, too hard, or impossible to reach, but because you stayed still. You didn't move. You didn't begin. Dreams never walk away from you. You walk away from them every time you choose procrastination, fear, and the comfort of maybe tomorrow. And the cruelest truth of all is this time doesn't care about your feelings. It doesn't care that you're tired, stressed, scared, or unsure. It doesn't pause when you struggle. It doesn't slow down when you're afraid. It doesn't wait for you to feel ready. It just moves, hour by hour, day by day, year by year, silent, but ruthless. And while time moves forward, you remain stuck in the same place, living the same day on repeat, hoping tomorrow will magically be better without doing anything to make it better. Look closely at your life. How many times have you said, "I'll start tomorrow, when I have time, when things get better"? How many days have passed without you moving even 1 inch closer to your dream? How many months or even years have slipped away while you stayed exactly the same? The truth is, you're not running out of time. You're running out of awareness. You don't see that time is quietly taking away every opportunity you think you still have. If you continue living like this, there will come a morning when you look in the mirror and ask, "How did I let my life become this?" And in that moment, you will realize that what you lost wasn't just time. It was the person you could have become. So feel this truth, not to scare you, but to wake you, to remind you that life is happening right now, in this exact moment as you read these words. And you only have two choices: start living, or keep watching time pull your dreams further and further away. The 14 reasons you are wasting your life. You may not realize it, but these 14 reasons are silently shaping your future, stealing your potential, and determining the kind of person you will become. And unless you confront them today, they will continue to rob you of the life you could have lived. 1. Time killer. Procrastination. Procrastination is not a harmless habit. It is the silent executioner of dreams. Every time you say, "I'll do it tomorrow," you are giving away a piece of your future. 1% of your life disappears each day you delay. Regret, not failure, is the deepest pain, because failure teaches. Regret haunts. Look at the most successful people you admire. They don't wait for perfect timing or motivation. They start small, start now, start messy. Success is built through momentum, not miracles. 2. Blaming, making excuses. Blaming your family, your job, your past, your circumstances is the fastest way to stay exactly where you are. Losers look for excuses. Winners look for ways. Oprah Winfrey didn't wait for a better childhood, kinder circumstances, or a lucky break. She took responsibility for her life, even in the middle of tragedy and poverty. Her story is proof your origin does not decide your destination. Your choices do. 3. Comfort zone, the silent dream killer. Your comfort zone is a soft prison. It feels safe, warm, familiar, but it destroys ambition. A seed must break through cold, unforgiving soil to become a tree. Elon Musk didn't build SpaceX or Tesla by staying comfortable. He risked his security, reputation, and money to chase something bigger. Growth requires discomfort. If you want a different life, you must step into the unknown, even if your voice shakes and your hands tremble. 4. Overthinking. Paralysis by analysis. Overthinking is a mental trap disguised as intelligence. You plan, analyze, and imagine failure until the idea dies before you ever try. Michael Jordan once said he succeeded because he failed repeatedly, yet he kept going. Overthinking would have stopped him before he ever took the shot. The only cure is action. Think for a short time. Then move. Build fast. Fail fast. Learn fast. 5. Self-battle. You versus suck. You inside you are two versions: the lazy you and the ambitious you. The comfortable you and the disciplined you. The frightened you and the brave you. Every day, one of them wins. Willpower is not born, it is trained. Each small habit, waking up earlier, controlling your phone, speaking English for 5 minutes, is a workout for your willpower muscle. You don't need motivation, you need strategy. Build a system that makes the ambitious version of you stronger. 6. Comparison, the thief of confidence. You compare your behind the scenes to someone else's highlights. Social media shows you final results, not sleepless nights, failures, broken relationships, or insecurity. Comparison kills your motivation before it even forms. Instead of comparing yourself to others, compare yourself to who you were last month. If you grow 1% each day, you won't even recognize yourself in a year. 7. Wrong advice. Listening to the wrong people. Most people give advice based on fear, not experience. If someone has never done what you want to do, their advice is irrelevant. If you want to start a business, learn from entrepreneurs, not from people who've only worked traditional jobs. A good mentor helps you avoid mistakes you don't even see coming. Choose carefully whose voice you allow into your life. 8. Self-acceptance. Pick yourself. Most people wait to be chosen by employers, by opportunities, by society, by luck. But the world doesn't pick you. You pick yourself. J. K. Rowling was rejected multiple times before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. She didn't wait for permission. She persisted. If you want something, put your name on the opportunity. Submit the application. Post the video. Send the email. Choose yourself first. 9. Risk, story. No risk, no story. Every extraordinary life begins with risk. Steve Jobs took the risk of getting fired from his own company, only to return and transform Apple into a global icon. A single courageous moment can shift the next decade of your life. Risk does not guarantee success, but avoiding risk guarantees mediocrity. 10. Nobody cares. The harsh freedom. The world is too busy with its own problems to judge your failures. No one cares if you fall. No one cares if you try. No one cares if you start again. And that is the greatest freedom. You can do anything you want without waiting for approval. Fail publicly. Rise again. Reinvent yourself. Nobody is watching as closely as you think. 11. Why not now? The myth of perfect timing. There is no perfect time. Waiting is the enemy. When I'm ready, when I have money, when I have time. These are lies your brain tells you to stay safe. The right time is the moment you decide to act. Do one small action today. 25 minutes of deep work, one English paragraph, one email, one step. 12. Rebuild your life. You can start over anytime. If you hate your life, rebuild it. You are not a tree. You can move, change direction, break every pattern and start again. Many of the world's greatest success stories began at rock bottom. The formula is simple pain, power. Use your struggles as fuel, not as excuses. Reinvention is always available to you. 13. Focus versus distraction. The wolves inside you. Every minute of meaningless scrolling feeds the wolf of distraction. Every focused minute feeds the wolf of discipline. 1 year of deep focus, setting boundaries, eliminating noise, practicing daily discipline can transform an ordinary person into an expert, a leader, or a creator. Turn off notifications, schedule deep work, starve your distractions until your goals finally have space to grow. 14. Life owes you nothing. Earn your place. Life does not reward potential, it rewards proof. The world doesn't give you success because you're a good person. It gives you what you fight for. Successful people don't wait for luck. They work when they're tired, show up when they're scared, and build when everyone else quits. If you want a different future, you must pay the price. Effort, discipline, sacrifice, responsibility. No excuses. You are stronger than you think. You always have been. And deep inside, you know it. You've survived things you thought would break you. You've walked through nights you never told anyone about. You've carried pain in silence, pressure in silence, fear in silence, and yet you're still standing. That alone means you're not weak. It means you haven't even discovered how powerful you truly are. Your problem isn't that you're too late. Your problem is that you haven't even started. There is nothing wrong with your potential, your intelligence, your dreams, or your ability to change. The only thing missing is that one decision, the decision to begin. And here's the truth you must swallow right now. If you don't change now, nothing will change. Your life doesn't magically transform because you hope it will. Your habits decide your future. Your choices build your destiny. Your actions, or your lack of action, are shaping who you become. And if you keep living with the same patterns, you will keep getting the same life. It sounds obvious, but most people never wake up to this reality until it's too late. So this moment, right now, is your wake-up call. This is your interruption. The moment when you finally open your eyes and see your life clearly, without excuses, without denial, without the stories you've been telling yourself. Look at where you are. Look at how long you've been stuck in the same place. Look at how many dreams you postponed. Look at how many times you said tomorrow. Look at how often you doubted yourself instead of trying. And then ask, has anything changed? Of course not. Because change doesn't come from wishing. It comes from choice. And today, you must choose. Breakthroughs don't happen when life gets easier. They happen when you finally say, enough. I refuse to keep living like this. That sentence has changed more lives than talent, money, intelligence, or opportunity. Because the moment you hit that emotional breaking point, The moment you're tired of your own excuses, that's when everything begins. Think about every great transformation story you've heard. The athletes, the entrepreneurs, the artists, the creators, the legends. None of them started because life was comfortable. They started because they reached a moment just like this. A moment where they looked at themselves and said, "I'm done wasting my potential. I'm done playing small. I'm done living below my capabilities." That moment becomes a fire, a force, a shift. Arnold Schwarzenegger left his tiny Austrian town with nothing but a dream and an accent people mocked. He built his life on one belief: if he didn't push himself now, he would be stuck forever. Muhammad Ali became great because he declared greatness long before anyone believed him. He didn't wait for validation. He created it with action. J.K. Rowling was broke, depressed, and alone, writing in cafes with a baby stroller beside her. She transformed her pain into power, but only because she reached a moment where she refused to quit. Steve Jobs came back to Apple after being fired, not because he had to, but because something inside him wouldn't let him walk away from who he was meant to be. Every icon, every legend, every person who changed the world had a breakthrough moment. A moment of radical honesty where they confronted themselves and said, "This is not the life I want. I am capable of more." And right now, this is your moment. A moment where you stop lying to yourself. A moment where you stop pretending that one day will fix your life. A moment where you stop hiding behind fear and step directly into your potential. Because you know the truth. If you don't change now, nothing will change. Not your body, not your English, not your confidence, not your income, not your opportunities, not your happiness. You can motivate yourself for a few minutes, but if you don't act in this exact moment, that motivation will fade, and you'll slip right back into the same habits that stole months and years from your life. So let me speak to the version of you that's been quiet, the version you buried under doubts and disappointments. The stronger you, the braver you, the disciplined you, the you that still believes life can be more than what you see now. That part of you is still alive, waiting for you to wake up, waiting for you to take the first step, waiting for you to make a move, no matter how small. That says, "I'm ready." Not ready to be perfect. Not ready to have everything figured out. Just ready to start. You don't need confidence right now. You don't need motivation. You don't need a perfect plan. You need courage. The courage to take one single action that begins your comeback story. Everything you want, clarity, discipline, strength, purpose, success, comes after you start, not before. This moment right here is the turning point of your life, if you choose to let it be. So ask yourself, are you going to continue living the same year over and over again? Or are you going to draw a line in the sand and say, "This is where my old life ends and my new life begins"? You are stronger than you think. You are not late. You have simply delayed long enough. And if you don't change now, nothing will change. But if you do, everything will. And one day, You will look back at this exact moment and realize this is where it all started. Start small because you don't need a dramatic transformation to change your life. Real, sustainable change always begins from the smallest actions repeated consistently. Behavioral psychology proves that small habits have lower resistance, trigger dopamine rewards when completed, and gradually rewire your identity. 10 minutes of English a day builds fluency faster than waiting for the perfect day to study for hours. 30 minutes of reading daily compounds into thousands of pages a year. And 1 hour without social media each day will cleanse your mind, sharpen your focus, and slowly rebuild your self-control. When you start small, you eliminate the fear of starting. You bypass the brain's natural tendency to resist large tasks. You make change feel possible. Your job is not to be perfect. Your job is to start. Build 3 foundational habits. 10 minutes of English practice where you listen, repeat, or record yourself. 30 minutes of reading to expand your thinking and deepen your knowledge. 1 hour without social media to give your brain space to breathe and grow. Begin with these 3 habits for 30 days, tracking your progress daily with a simple checklist. Momentum is more important than intensity. The days when you don't want to practice are the days that matter the most, because they reinforce discipline over emotion. To protect these habits, you must starve distractions and feed your focus. Turn off notifications, remove unnecessary apps, block social media during your work sessions, and keep your phone in another room when you need deep focus. Create a clean space dedicated to concentrated work, and develop a short ritual. 1 minute of breathing, setting a timer, reviewing your goal, then beginning. This tells your brain that it's time to work. Train your mind to handle boredom by sitting quietly for 10 minutes a day with no phone, no stimulation. This strengthens your attention span and reduces your dependence on constant entertainment. Social media is engineered to steal your focus and hijack your dopamine system, so you must control it with strict time limits. For example, 20 minutes a day only after your important tasks are done. Use app blockers, disable red notification badges, and turn your phone into a tool rather than a master. Track your habits for 30 days to visibly see your growth. The human brain thrives on progress. Checking a box each day creates a sense of victory, and victory builds identity. Avoid common mistakes like setting goals too big, telling yourself just 5 minutes of scrolling, or not tracking your progress. Fix them by cutting goals into smaller steps, blocking apps, and reviewing each day with 1 sentence about what you improved. Discipline is not something you are born with. It is not a personality trait. It is a system. Your environment shapes your behavior more than your willpower. If you want to reduce social media, remove the apps. If you want to read more, place your book on your pillow so you must touch it before sleep. If you want to wake up early, put your alarm across the room. Design your environment to make discipline easier than distraction. Create non-negotiable rules such as no phone for the first 60 minutes of the day, or no eating after 9 p.m., or no social media until I finish my top 3 tasks. These rules eliminate decision fatigue, which destroys discipline. Use habit stacking by attaching new habits to existing ones, like reading 5 pages after brushing your teeth or practicing English after drinking your morning coffee. Reward yourself for consistency, and hold yourself accountable by sharing your goals with someone or tracking your progress publicly. Build discipline over 90 days in 3 phases. The first 30 days build the foundation of your 3 core habits. The next 30 days increase the challenge slightly with more duration or deeper focus. The final 30 days fully integrate your discipline system with strict rules like never miss more than 2 days in a row. And if you do, you must double the work the next day. Now, understand the most powerful principle: pick yourself. Most people wait for permission, approval, or luck. They wait for someone to choose them, validate them, offer them a chance. But the reality is that nobody is coming to save you. Nobody will hand you success. You must create your own opportunities. Pick yourself by sending 1 opportunity email every week. Reach out to mentors, employers, collaborators, or creators you admire. Most will ignore you, but 1 response can change your life forever. Publish your work even when it feels imperfect, because every post is a declaration that you choose yourself. Apply for jobs even when you meet only half of the requirements, because growth happens when you step into roles that stretch you. Build your personal operating system with a morning ritual to set your mindset. A list of your top 3 tasks each day, 1 deep work block of 60 to 90 minutes, and a 5-minute nighttime review. Do weekly reviews to adjust your habits, and monthly evaluations to optimize your system. If you feel stuck, overwhelmed, or pulled backward by bad habits, perform a hard reset, delete apps, change your environment, and commit to 30 days of pure action without excuses. Try workshops like the 7-day discipline sprint, the 30 email challenge, or a 90-day project where you publish weekly. Each of these exercises forces you to act, not wait. Discipline is not a talent. It is a system you build. Opportunity is not given. It is created. You become unstoppable when you combine small habits, deep focus, strong discipline, and the courage to pick yourself. Follow this process for 90 days and your life will not only change, you will become a completely different version of yourself. You only get 1 life, 1 chance, 1 story, 1 opportunity to become the person you were born to be. And when this life ends, there are no do-overs, no restarts, no second attempts to fix everything you ignored, postponed, or abandoned. That is the brutal truth most people spend their entire lives running away from. They pretend they have time. They pretend their dreams can wait. They pretend their future can be built someday. But someday is a lie. Someday doesn't exist. Someday is the graveyard of hopes, dreams, and potential. And if you're not careful, your life will quietly slip into that same graveyard. Not because you weren't capable, not because you weren't talented, but because you kept waiting. You kept hesitating. You kept choosing comfort over courage, excuses over action, fear over change. But deep inside, you know you are meant for more. You feel it. That small fire in your chest, the one that refuses to die no matter how tired, lost, or discouraged you feel. That fire is your proof. Proof that your dream is still alive. Proof that your future is still calling your name. proof that your story is not finished. And right now, in this exact moment, your life is offering you a choice: continue living the same way and get the same results, or finally stand up and decide that you will not waste your one life. Think about the future version of you, the one who is stronger, wiser, happier, more confident, more successful. That version of you is real. That version of you is possible. That version of you is waiting. But you will never meet that version if you keep living as the almost version of yourself. Almost ready, almost disciplined, almost committed. Almost is the enemy. Almost is the slowest form of death. And if you don't change now, nothing will change. The same patterns will give you the same life. The same habits will give you the same results. The same fears will give you the same regrets. And regret is the one pain that never heals. One day, you will look back and see the roads you didn't take, the chances you didn't grab, the dreams you didn't chase. And you will realize that the only thing standing between you and the life you could have lived was your own hesitation. But it doesn't have to be that way. You still have time. You still have breath. You still have potential. You still have the ability to rise. Your future is not gone. Your dream is not gone. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are not too late. You are simply one decision away from becoming unstoppable. One decision away from momentum. One decision away from rewriting your story. Your future is waiting. Your dream is waiting. The world you want to build is waiting. And the question is not, can you do it? The real question is, will you choose to start? You don't need to change your whole life today. You don't need to fix everything overnight. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to begin. One step, one action, one choice, one moment of courage. That's all it takes to break the cycle. That's all it takes to shift your life from wasted potential to unstoppable progress. Start with 10 minutes. Start with one page. Start with one decision. Start with one small promise to yourself that you refuse to break. Because every great transformation in history began with one moment. The moment a person finally said, "Enough. I'm done wasting my life." And this could be that moment for you. So listen closely. You only get one life, one future, one chance to become great. Don't waste it. Don't throw it away. Don't let fear steal it from you. Don't let comfort numb it. Don't let distractions destroy it. Stand up. Take ownership. Take responsibility. Take action. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Not when you feel ready. Start today. Even one small step. Because that small step could be the beginning of everything you've ever wanted. Your life is waiting. Your dream is waiting. Your greatness is waiting. Go get it.
Tillmanduan, Sirigu Dermina marriage. Daily mindset shifts that will completely change your life today. I don't want to motivate you for a moment. I want to wake you up for a lifetime. This video is not about quick success, not about shortcuts, not about magical habits that change you overnight. This video is about something deeper, something that silently rewrites your identity from the inside out. Because your life doesn't change when you buy a new phone, or when you move to a new city, or when you follow a new trend. Your life changes when your mindset changes, when the way you think, the way you see yourself, and the way you interpret the world begins to shift, even just a little, every single day. Most people are not stuck because they lack talent. They are stuck because they are living with old thoughts, old beliefs, old fears, old patterns. They're using yesterday's mindset to build tomorrow's life, and that will never work. So today, I'm going to give you 20 daily mindset shifts. Simple, powerful, and life-changing. Not theories, not cliches. Real mental upgrades you can start applying right after this video ends. These shifts will make you calmer, stronger, smarter, and more focused. They will help you grow faster. They will help you improve your English naturally. And most importantly, they will help you become the person your future self will be proud of. If you're ready to think differently, to rise above your old patterns, to break your limits one mindset at a time, then stay with me. Let's begin. 20 daily mindset shifts that will completely change your life. 1. Mindset: I am responsible for my life. Most people blame their family, their past, or their situation for where they are. That mindset keeps you stuck and powerless. Your life changes the moment you say, "My future is my responsibility." Example: a young man kept blaming his parents for his failures until he met someone who grew up with even less, but was still improving every day. That moment broke his excuses. Apply now. Write down the top 3 things you blame others for. Rewrite them as, "I am responsible for changing this." This shift hurts at first, but it sets you free forever. 2. Mindset: progress over perfection. Perfection sounds noble, but it secretly kills dreams. Most people never start because they fear doing things imperfectly. Progress, not perfection, changes your life. Example: a girl wanted to improve her English but kept waiting for the perfect time. She finally started speaking for just 3 minutes each morning. In 6 months, she was more confident than ever. Apply now. Choose one thing you've been delaying and do it for just 2 minutes today. Don't aim for perfect. Aim for done. Every great transformation begins with imperfect steps. 3. Mindset: discipline is stronger than motivation. Motivation is loud but unreliable. Discipline is quiet but unstoppable. When you rely on motivation, you wait. When you rely on discipline, you act. Example: 2 friends wanted to get fit. One exercised only when he felt motivated. The other followed a simple daily routine at 6:30 a.m. No excuses. 6 months later, their results were completely different. Apply now. Pick one daily action: reading 1 page, studying English 5 minutes, walking 10 minutes, and do it no matter how you feel. Discipline builds the life motivation only dreams about. 4. Mindset: small wins matter. People think change requires massive effort, but real transformation comes from tiny daily victories. Small wins build confidence, momentum, and identity. Example: a man who hated reading committed to just 5 pages each night. A year later, he had finished 12 books, more than he read in the last decade. Apply now. Choose one small win for today. Drink a glass of water, read 1 page, say 1 English sentence aloud. Small wins compound into big results. Celebrate them. They are proof you're changing. 5. Mindset. You are allowed to start over. Many people stay stuck because they're ashamed to begin again. But starting over isn't failure, it's wisdom. It means you refuse to stay in a life that no longer fits you. Example, a woman changed careers 4 times. People laughed at her. On the 5th attempt, she found the job that brought her joy and success. No one laughed anymore. Apply now. Identify one area of your life that needs a fresh start. Rewrite it. Begin again today. You don't owe your past a lifetime. You owe your future a chance. 6. Mindset. I choose my reaction, not my emotions. You can't control every emotion, but you can control your reaction. Most damage in life doesn't come from feelings. It comes from impulsive responses. Example, a manager used to react with anger and regret it later. When he learned to pause for 3 seconds before responding, his relationships and workplace atmosphere completely changed. Apply now. Today, when something triggers you, inhale deeply 3 times before speaking. That short pause can save relationships, opportunities, and your peace. Master your reaction, and you master your life. 7. Mindset. What you consume shapes who you become. Your mind is built from what you feed it. Content, conversations, food, and people. If you consume negativity, your life becomes negative. Example, a man replaced his daily gossip videos with educational podcasts. In 90 days, his thinking, habits, and confidence improved dramatically. Apply now. Unfollow 3 accounts that drain your energy. Follow 3 that help you grow. You are not just eating food, you are eating information, energy, and beliefs. Choose wisely. 8. Mindset. Hard things make you stronger. Most people avoid discomfort because it feels painful. But discomfort is where your strength, courage, and growth live. Example, someone who never exercised started by walking 1 kilometer. It felt impossible. 1 month later, 5 kilometers felt normal. Growth always begins with pain. Apply now, do 1 small hard thing. Today, get up 10 minutes earlier. Take a cold shower. Study English when you don't feel like it. Hard things shape strong people. 9. Mindset. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday. Comparison destroys confidence. When you measure your worth by someone else's highlight reel, you always feel behind. Example, a student compared her English to native speakers and felt hopeless. When she started comparing herself only to her progress last week, she finally saw improvement and consistency. Apply now. Write down 3 ways you've improved in the past 30 days. Focus on your growth, not others. Your only real competition is your past self. 10. Mindset. Failure is information, not identity. People fear failure because they think it defines them. But failure is simply data. It tells you what doesn't work. Example, engineers test a bridge many times before it becomes strong. Every failure teaches them how to build it better. Your life works the same way. Apply now, write down 1 recent failure and list 3 lessons you learned. Seen correctly, failure becomes your teacher, not your enemy. 11. Mindset. You have time for what matters. Most people say they're too busy, but the truth is they prioritize distractions over dreams. You don't lack time, you lack focus. Example, a mother with 2 jobs still spent 10 minutes each morning practicing English. In 1 year, Her progress surpassed people who had far more free time. Apply now. Remove one unnecessary activity today, scrolling, gossiping, or pointless tasks, and use that time for your goals. Your time reveals your values. 12. Mindset. Saying no protects your peace. Many people say yes to avoid disappointing others, but saying yes to everything drains your energy and destroys your boundaries. Example: a man who always accepted extra tasks became exhausted and resentful. When he learned to say no politely, he regained control of his time and mental health. Apply now. Say no to one request today that doesn't align with your goals or energy. No is not rejection. It is self-respect. 13. Mindset. Money is a tool, not a fear. Ignoring your finances doesn't protect you. It traps you. Money becomes stressful only when you refuse to manage it. Example: a young man tracked his spending for 30 days and discovered he was wasting 20% of his income on things he didn't even remember buying. Awareness changed everything. Apply now. Write down every expense today, no matter how small. Taking control of your money is the first step to taking control of your life. 14. Mindset. You deserve good things. Many people sabotage themselves because deep down they don't believe they're worthy of success, love, or growth. Example: a woman rejected every compliment because she believed she wasn't enough. When she practiced self-worth, she gained confidence, opportunities, and eventually a promotion. Apply now. Today, when someone compliments you, say thank you and allow yourself to receive it. You don't have to earn worthiness. You already have it. 15. Mindset. You are not behind. Your timeline is yours. Life is not a race. Comparing timelines only creates anxiety and destroys gratitude. Example: bamboo spends years growing roots underground, invisible to the world. Then it shoots up taller than the trees that grew quickly. You might be in your root growing phase. Apply now. Write this sentence: I am not late. I am preparing. Trust your timing. Your story is not supposed to look like anyone else's. 16. Mindset. Rest is productive. Burnout is not a badge of honor. Rest is not laziness. It is maintenance. Without rest, your body, your focus, and your creativity collapse. Example: a freelancer worked 12 hours a day and achieved nothing meaningful. When he added one rest day each week, his productivity and clarity doubled. Apply now. Schedule a 10-minute break every 90 minutes today. Rest doesn't slow you down. It prepares you for your best work. 17. Mindset. Your circle shapes your future. You absorb the energy, habits, and beliefs of the people closest to you. If your circle is negative, your future becomes negative. Example: a man left a group of friends who only complained and drank. He joined a study group instead. In 1 year, his income, health, and mindset transformed completely. Apply now. Reduce time with one negative person today. Increase time with someone inspiring. Your circle is your future. 18. Mindset. You can learn anything with consistency. Skills don't come from talent. They come from repetition. Most people quit because they expect quick results. Example: a 50-year-old man learned English from zero by practicing 10 minutes a day. After 1 year, he could travel and speak confidently. Apply now. Learn English for 5 minutes today. Read, listen, or speak. Tiny repetitions build massive ability. 19. Mindset. Identity drives behavior. You don't rise to your goals, you fall to your identity. If you see yourself as inconsistent, you will behave inconsistently. Example, a man said, "I want to run," and he never ran. When he changed his identity to, "I am a runner," he started running every morning. Apply now, right? "I am a disciplined person." Repeat it daily. Change your identity, and your actions will follow naturally. 20. Mindset. Choose growth over comfort. Comfort feels safe but keeps your life small. Growth feels uncomfortable but expands your future. Example. An employee volunteered for challenging tasks while others avoided them. 1 year later, he was promoted because he learned skills no one else was willing to learn. Apply now. Choose one uncomfortable but meaningful action today. Apply for a job, speak English aloud, go to the gym, or start the project you fear. Comfort is a cage. Growth is freedom. These 20 mindsets are more than ideas. They are invitations. Invitations to rise, to rebuild, to redefine who you are. Because your life will not change in one big moment. It will change in the small choices you make every single day. The thoughts you believe, the habits you build, the boundaries you protect, the identity you choose to step into. Remember this, you are not stuck. You are not behind. You are becoming. And every day you apply even one of these mindsets, you move closer to the life that's waiting for you.